My name is Thomas Yu, and I'm a communication major. I'm allergic to all nuts, milk, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, shellfish, sesame, and strawberries. So I can eat food at the allergy station at the Rot, and that's it. I have multiple friends on my hall and in classes and stuff who do deal with food allergies. Some to a lesser extent than me. Some have more food allergies than me, which is saying a lot. So it is a growing community, and this does affect a lot of people. For eating on campus, the allergy station at the Rot has very limited hours. Usually during class times is when it's open, so sometimes it's hard to get access to food in the midst of a busy class schedule. In addition, if you miss it, you're on your own. You have to go find your own food elsewhere. There's not a backup option provided on campus. In addition to just access, there's a lot of mental stress and taxation every single day. Every time I leave my dorm, I'm around food that I'm allergic to. The severity of my allergies means that it could be deadly if I have an allergic reaction, so it is very mentally taxing. In addition, it hampers your social life. My friends go out and grab foods to eat. They'll eat food at North or Slim's or Cookout or anything like that. And I either have to bring my own food or not go with them, or just go and watch them eat food. So there's this snowball effect of food allergies, which seems small, but it really does impact every area of my life. I have a style of epinephrine called AviQ. It's more updated than the EpiPen, which everybody knows about. It's pretty nice because it does talk you through what to do in the case of an allergic reaction. It's smaller, but I carry 2 doses of epinephrine with me no matter where I go. I will always have like a fanny pack on or a backpack, and I always have like my EpiPen on me. Clear bag policy is an issue. First time I tried to go to a football game, searched my whole bag, told me to go get a clear bag like all the other diabetics. I'm not understanding that it was a medical bag that I'm legally allowed to carry, and I do have to carry for my own health. In addition, I do get searched every time I go into convo. It just does become a problem because I do have to carry a bag with me everywhere, and it's usually not an object that they can identify immediately, so it does arouse suspicion. When I have no other food options, I do try to be able to cook for myself in my dorm. I have a lot of food in my dorm, but especially last year before I had a car on campus, I didn't always have access to getting more food. So in those cases, it would be a lot of, you go to the vending machine and you get like a bag of Skittles or a bag of chips or like something very unhealthy, but at least it has calories. Yeah, I've reached out to ODAS and Sodexo about potentially trying to get more food allergy accommodation on campus, and they've been very non-committal and non-helpful. The most they've been able to do is get me another refrigerator in my dorm, but that only goes so far because I do pay for a meal plan and I do pay to have food. But there's been days where I've literally been served soup on a plate from the Rot. So with that, I've reached out, but I haven't had a lot of help from them. The most consistent solution is the Rot, which is very hit or miss in terms of quality and quantity. It's oftentimes very low quality food or very small amounts of food. I've gone to the Rot in the past and tried to get more than 1 plate and been told that I can't do that because they have a limited amount of food and they're not gonna make more. I've gone to the Rot and they've been out of food when my station's been open for another hour and a half and told me you should have come earlier. So it's very inconsistent, and apart from that, there is no other option. So you learn to deal with the inconsistency because it keeps you alive, but it is very inconsistent. Yes, so there's been a couple measures that I've been advocating for on campus. The first is just having longer hours at the Rot and higher standard at the Rot. In addition, something that I've been very passionate about is having a food allergy station at North. Now, what I've been advocating for is either a station that has food that is safe for us, or just like a pantry or something that we can swipe into and get our own food that's ready made. As somebody who lives in Green, I have to go across campus every time I want to eat, which means I have to build in 45 minutes to an hour of my day to go get takeout. It's not even like a sit-down meal. So while everybody else can just get food here, I can't get food, and thus long days become longer. There are a couple things that you can do. The first of all is just spread awareness. Start advocating for it. Start conversations about that. If you know people on ODAS or Sodexo, reach out to them. In that, we are also starting a food allergy awareness club here on campus, and that is something that you can do. You can follow it on Instagram. We will have some petitions coming out where you can sign and you can be a part of petitioning for our student government and those in leadership to be aware of this and to help take action for us, because we do deserve to eat and we do deserve to have the bare minimum done for us.